very many different ways they can run this, right? They can run an aggro tri-lane if they really wanted to. They can go now defensive, seeing as NiP. Well, hold up here. There's going to have a clash at this bounty rune in the bottom lane. We already have Era and Hanskin coming in hot. They're going to be able to throw out a stun already. Lil has been stunned up. This is going to be easily your first blood. The counter by Illidan is a nice stun. Maybe they could go for Hanskin, but the sleep goes out, and Hanskin just barely survives. Now FNG surrounded, but NiP out of anything to be able to go for it. Seal Kid is actually going to be forced to pick up the bounty rune, as FNG would have. FNG trying to get in front of Seal Kid with the zombies on top. Very nicely played, but the lightning goes out. Seal Kid dropping low. They get another light strike array, but it's not enough to save him. Lil almost getting off another lightning. Oh man, that lightning, such large range. Limp drops pretty damage that they have, especially only a level 3 is going to be enough. You're going to see them throw out their array of spells. He's actually going to get aggressive here. Ravage out. Limp is going to be potentially falling. The last bit of damage. Oh, the creep takes him out. And DK Phobos will walk away with a second. He's going to try and toss potentially FNG back. No, actually tosses him back into the tower while Limp is waiting there, but the stun goes out. Hanskin almost dying, but the zombie does end up going down. God comes in with some reinforcements, but not good enough. Ninjas in pajamas, they know that both Hanskin and Era, and with the missed races, are they actually going to turn on to FNG? Highly unlikely, I think, as the decay should be enough. Toss him back over to Seal Kid. FNG turns around, gets off a good decay. They stun up FNG and are able to take him down, and God couldn't get enough damage out onto Era. Yeah?
But he should be careful at bottom. He actually misses, and Illidan's going to go down for this.
Yep, pays for it with his life, and the sleep goes on to DK Phobos. Kept from feeding kills over to Era. They would actually be looking really good on net worth, but now the mass rotations, they're going to be able to get that blink tide reveal. They're going to go straight for Hanskin. Hanskin is level 6, does have the relocate available, is going to try and go for it now. The last bit of damage just there in time. The raise takes him out. Now Era, well, fortunately looks like, no, maybe not. DK Phobos going to go for the block here. I thought Era was going to be able to get away, but it looks like with the slow of the gush and the body blocking, they may be able to get in range. Toss back, stun. Beautiful situation there for Era. Very nice read. Meanwhile, in middle lane, they actually did pick off Illidan again.
And he's securing his farm at the same time.
Yeah. Rotation over. They're going to run into the Beastmaster with the double boars out. But as you said, no Ravage means that they may be able to get Jonas out. They're going to try and slow him down as much as possible, dealing with the Wisp Illusions first. And Jonas Fan does have the protection of both Era and Hanskin. If Virtus Pro want to try and continue to go for this one, it's going to be a 3 versus 4 if they go. And it looks like they're just going to leave Jonas Fan down. Hanskin actually blows the relocate in an attempt to save the Beastmaster. Unfortunately, it just came off cooldown, so not in time to save the Beastmaster. And they lose that 1 kill and maybe a secondary kill. So the Wisp is going to come back here in just a second. Wants to be able to tether over. Oh no, he used it too early. He actually tethered on the Tiny too early, then canceled it in a panic move because he had to. He didn't want to bring the Tiny back to that death trap. I'll be able to find the opportunity to 5-man into a tier 2 without trading. I was going to ask you, what do they do? But it seems like a NiP are going to be the first to respond with a smoke out onto Lil, trying to burst him down as soon as possible. Get some return. On top of that, DK Phobos is going to be picked off by a nice setup. Yule Scepter from Limp into the Light Strike Array with a relocate right on top. There's just nothing that poor Tidehunter could do in time. So Ninjas in Pajamas are actually going to be the ones getting offensive here as Virtus Pro maybe caught. FNG slowed down slightly, turns around, pops the tombstone, but there is the hold from Seal Kid. Nice stun out. Illidan right in the middle of all these heroes, trying to force some attention onto himself with that Aegis. Seal Kid going to be the next target of Virtus Pro, and it seems like they're just going to give up this fight for now. NiP got their 2 pickoffs. They gave 2 kills over to Virtus Pro, and we'll call it a draw.
This is actually the perfect timing for VP because, again, like I said, they're not waiting on any one particular item, and Limp actually is caught out. DK Phobos has his Ravage as well, so he's not going to be able to do anything. And this is the type of position that I was talking about. VP isn't waiting for any particular item. They're just waiting for this type of setup where it's too late for the Wisp Tiny to do anything. And
yep. Tiny's going for it right now, but he's going to be way too slow without the Wisp. There's no way he can take down some trades. So tier 3 tower may be dropping low, but they're going to easily be able to get this Rax before it falls. Tombstone chasing away the rest of the NiP members. God also making sure those supports go back. Era's now here, hits the avalanche, trying to go for the toss up back. Now Ravage, nice setup 4 from DK Phobos, easily able to take out 3. Here comes the buybacks. Virtus Pro need to be able to retreat now before they lose anything in return. Looks like a sleep onto Lil, and that will be the 1 pickoff. Fiend's Grip as well. Virtus Pro on full retreat right now, but Era is getting close to be able to catch up to one of these heroes. Avalanche, now Virtus Pro actually going to try and turn this one. Era may have just overextended himself. He did buy back for this one. Cannot afford to be dying here. As Virtus Pro, with just the slew of ranged artillery they have, particularly from this Leshrac, but also the Razes, are able to keep the Tiny at bay. And the rest of Virtus Pro retreat with minimal losses. They lose the Vengeful Spirit, but they got 3 kills. They took down a tier
Silver Edge right now, I think.
Yeah.
But he's got that. He's got a Yasha on top of that. He's got a mech. He's got a Tide with a Blink Dagger. No BKBs on NiP yet.
Oh, bottom lane. We have a relocate on. Looks like they're going to be able to pick off 2 here from Virtus Pro. They started with the Leshrac, also got the Vengeful Spirit. I got distracted by the Silver Edge being built. For those of you guys who haven't seen this one, you build the S
here to defend this out. And NiP, I mean, they want to get the Strax if they can to open up the rest of the map, which would just mean if they can take the bottom tower as well.
Oh, this is the fight we were talking about. They're going to try and go onto Virtus Pro here. FNG is already out with the Glimmer Cape, trying to save Illidan, but actually using it on himself. The Tombstone is out. The Fiend's Grip onto FNG. Ninjas and Pajamas, a successful catch, as even Lil is going to end up going down. Try to TP away in the side, but will be caught by Era's Avalanche. And return is not going to really be anything. It looks like Hanskin will just barely survive. Ooh, that TP took a while, but God unable to get the damage out. Ninja's tank and everything else. Missed Avalanche there as they trying to go on to Illidan, but DK Phobos is here with the Ravage. Looks like they're going to try and pop Hanskin as soon as possible. Hanskin living for a while. Got the relocate up. Is getting away from Illidan, but not far enough. Meanwhile, Era will manage to just TP away.
There's not a lot of time for them to respond, and Era's trying to go in.
Yeah, Era throws out the Avalanche, but the BKB is the response from God. Easily able to take down Era in round 1. But he's going to be coming back in round 2 in a second. Ninjas and Pajamas, are they going to be able to save him? They see all the relocate. Nice toss back from Era, trying to get some distance between him and the SF. Seal Kid not going to be as lucky, though, as he's taken out by the Soul Rip. Swap goes down. Era going to be locked down again, as unfortunately it seems that Ninjas and Pajamas didn't have any response. And this is a Tiny who's down without buyback. They do have Jonas who's able to push in that top lane, but with Virtus Pro winning that fight so handedly, they will be able to claim a lane of Rax in return and potentially go all in for the top lane of Rax and Mega Creeps.
I think they should, honestly. Era doesn't have buyback.
Oh, it's up now. He actually just got it.
Oh, he
was a little bit short on gold, but he now has it, so Virtus Pro will do the wise thing. They'll back up.
Hanskin's trying to make his way over, but this might actually just be too late.
Yep, the last lane of Rax is going to be falling here. Ninjas and Pajamas have to force some sort of response. They're going in for the middle tier 2 with the Tiny Wisp right now, but it seems like our last range of Rax is going to be falling here. Jonas Samfan is going to be the first initiated on. No real big initiation. Laguna Blade goes out onto God, but still not quite enough. Meanwhile, the relocate is coming in from behind. They still have the Ravage ready to go and are unable to really force this fight. Era's trying to go in. Double Avalanche is tossing onto God, but still the magic damage is just enough to be able to kill him without losing a single hero. The Undying falls. Limp is going to be forced back. Ninjas and Pajamas. Round 2 now, but the Ravage already set up. They're going to be able to take the melee racks. And now Virtus Pro, they don't have to fight anymore. In fact, you see, they're going to play defense. They just TP back to base and say, go ahead, NiP. You deal with the Mega Creeps for now. We don't need to force this fight any longer. Ninjas and Pajamas, of course, looking to be able to catch whatever stunts they can. Oh, Jonas Samfan is going to end up falling. Nice split earth out from Illidan. He may end up going down. The Octarine Core is doing a good amount to heal him up, but not enough. As now Era continues to go forward, able to take out Lil as well. The blink back from the Tidehunter will keep him out of range. But it's still Virtus Pro with 2 of their cores alive. But even if they don't have the BKB up on the SF, he can just continue to wail on that Tiny without fear of the turnaround stunts. Now, Ninjas and Pajamas are looking for pickoffs right now. They're going to be able to find FNG. This is a good start, but at the same time, they stun up Illidan, trying to pop him first with the pure damage, but it's not enough. The pipe is helping him from some of this magic damage. They also have the orb going out. He denies himself. Meanwhile, Era going to be pushed into the Bane. Looks like they're just running away from the zombie apocalypse right now. Hanskin popping his own BKB as he tries to keep Era alive. Relocate out just in time. Limp, though, is going to be fed to the zombies, it seems. 90 HP. Nothing he can do to stop that one. Virtus Pro run him down quite easily. 3 members down from Ninjas and Pajamas. They do not have buyback. They're fighting up against Mega Creeps, and sure enough, Ninjas and Pajamas will call it for game number 1. Seeing as game number 1 here, Blitz, Virtus Pro, taking it pretty handedly with their kind of all-in mid-game team fight.